Welcome to this 5-minute video intended to help our members prepare for the upcoming Southwest Audit Committee Network meeting. Specifically, the discussion that we'll be having on board or audit committee oversight of information security, where we will be joined by guest Chief Information Security Officers, commonly known as CISOs. For those of you I've not yet met, I'm Chatham House Rule, and I serve as lead for the network on behalf of Tapestry Networks. In the online meeting materials, you will find the preview briefing, which outlines the key areas for discussion and includes questions that you raise for the CISOs and your peers. Given the variations in organizational approach and communications that we heard in our conversations with you, not to mention the myriad facets of this very complex area, we thought it would be helpful to provide additional commentary to level set and also highlight a couple of issues to supplement those that are covered in the preview. Now, let me start with setting the bar, or rather not setting the bar. It's worth acknowledging, as many of you did, that not every company needs to be at the same level in terms of information security measures and practices. Certainly those in highly regulated industries such as financial services and utilities are subject to additional regulation and scrutiny that others may not be subject to, that go far beyond what others need. The goal with the conversation in the room is certainly not to get to the level of detail of risk management from, say, a bank's perspective, but to keep the conversation to a common set of challenges in the room. Having said that, of course, the CISOs who have been invited to join us were invited because of their forward-looking perspectives and the valuable contributions they'll make to the conversation. One theme that played out in the background of our pre-meeting conversations was about centralization. As with any maturing function, one of the key questions in terms of scope and resourcing is the extent to which it should be centralized versus decentralized. So is there a federal model? What's the right balance when it comes to the decision making? Should it be at the business or function level or at corporate? Now, where this has been part of your conversations with your management teams, it would be helpful to hear in the room. For some members and experts, part of the consideration for how much to consolidate the function and its activities rests on the approach to ERM and where information security and cybersecurity risks sit. Certainly, we heard from pretty much everybody that cyber risk and information security are incorporated and part of ERM itself. Interestingly, one of the areas where we heard the widest range of experiences is when it comes to board reporting regarding information security. So members are seeing everything from very standard reports showing employee education training, penetration testing trends, project implementation, all the way to more sophisticated reporting using frameworks like the National Institute of Standards and Technology Cybersecurity Reporting Framework, which is commonly referred to as the NIST framework. Where we heard satisfaction or frustration came down not to the details or the sophistication of the reporting, but its forward-looking nature or lack thereof, and what type of conversations the reporting enabled. So what assurances did the information provide, and what decisions did it drive? Was it about reporting various activities? So was it activity-based, or was it about prioritizing risks and resources for the next year? Lastly, we hope to understand from the CISOs joining us how they see this function and its leadership evolving in the next few years. Where this has been part of your board or committee conversations, we certainly hope you will share your perspective. With digitalization involved in everything from information input to client servicing to supply chain management to product development, the need for vigilance about information security is going to continue. And we hope to pick up on this last part of the discussion when we continue our conversations over dinner, where we will be talking about strategy in an increasingly digital age. So thank you for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you will find this useful as you prepare your thoughts and your questions for our meeting, and we look forward to seeing you soon.